to stay. Hurry in for the everyday specials.
Holiday specials, lasagna, the big one, the chili and the white sauce, the vegetable and chicken. We offer everything, sandwiches and salads and appetizers, plenty of pasta, pizza, steaks and veal, chicken, at 1205 Jefferson Street for carry-outs or delivery. You can call 636-390-2536. Ciao, ciao.
I'm Mark Thayer, manager of Coldwell Banker Premier Group in Washington. The days of buying a home with a handshake are long gone. That's why our agents are extensively trained and continuously mentored to be abreast of all the ins and outs of real.
Number 8, Nick Helfrich. Number 11, Tyler Blossmeyer. Number 13, Quentin Ray. Number 5, Andrew Bruner. Number 19, Will Hegeman. And now here's your starting lineup for post 218. The Zone 1 champions leading off will be the second baseman. Number 23, Jack Shasheen. Batting second is the pitcher, number 14, Bryce Mayer. Batting in the third spot is the right fielder, number 15, Spencer Hunter. The cleanup hitter plays left field. That's number 16, Quentin Pepsel. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 25, Joe Hackman. Batting in the sixth spot at short, number 18, Brandon Stallman. Batting seventh, over at the hot corner, third base, number 3, McGuire Langware. Batting eighth is the Washington catcher, number 12, Adam Mulligan. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 9, Levi Weber. Ladies and gentlemen, Washington post 218. And now let's meet the home team on the scoreboard. Festus post 253. Zone 4 runner-up. Head manager, Zach Bone. His coaching staff, Drew Orrell, Aaron Mayer, and Eric Lawrence. Now the non-starters for Festus tonight. Number 2, Ryan Riendo. Number 12, Gavin Hurley. Number 16, Jacob Elton. Number 18, Brendan Spock. And number 19, Logan Warren. And now your starting lineup for Festus, leading off in center field, number 25, Jacob Bridges. Batting in the second spot, second baseman, number 4, George Duncan. Batting third at first, number 8, Levi Ebersole. The cleanup hitter is the DH, number 21, Eddie Moore. Batting in the fifth spot is the right fielder, number 48, Jake Leitner. Batting sixth at third base, number 9, Charlie Pratt. Batting seventh and left, number 22, Connor Wilkinson. Batting in the eighth hole is the catcher, number 6, Isaac Hamilton. Batting ninth for Festus, at short, number 34, Christian Hancock. The pitcher for Festus, number 28, Jeremy Eisenman. Ladies and gentlemen, Festus post 253.
lot of times in first-round games, outstanding pitchers are going. You have to look at a situation where you have a fast-moving game. There's going to be a lot of strikes thrown.
And now one player from each squad will read the code of sportsmanship to all players, coaches,
We'll come back
and umpires.
with more from Sedalia in just a moment. Washington, Festus, just ahead.
And at this time, we'd like for everyone to please rise. All men remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The battery for Festus behind the plate. That's number 6, Isaac Hamilton. His pitcher, number 28, Jeremy Eisenman.
Isaac Hamilton, who has a cannon for an arm behind the plate. Defensively for Festus, Hamilton behind the plate, Ebersole at first, Duncan at second, Pratt at third, Hancock at short, Wilkinson out in left, Bridges in center, and Leitner in right field. Shashin Bats on the right-hand side. Eisenman, hard-throwing right-handed pitcher. He pitches from the stretch as he comes set. A long look home as Eisenman kicks and fires. Fastball in there for a strike on Shashin, and it is 0-1. Jack Shashin leading off, playing second base with a .404 batting average coming in. 32 batted in, 50 runs scored. Eisenman, right-hander for Festus, post .253, 30-9 record. It's an 0-1 count on Shashin. Eisenman kicks and fires, and a breaking ball hits him in the back. Fastball right down the middle. Curveball plunks Shashin, so he's aboard, leading off here in the first inning for post .218.
John, we were just talking about hit by pitches before the game. How many times these two teams have been hit by a pitch this summer? If I remember right, Festus is like 50 times.
50 times, and Washington about half of that, maybe a little over half. That's the fourth batter that Eisenman has hit this year. Here's a fastball to Mayer at the knees, and Eisenman jumps out in front of Mayer, 0-1. Runner first and nobody out after Shashin is hit by the second pitch of the game. Now Mayer at the plate behind 0-1. Infield will look for 2 here for Festus. Eisenman comes set, steps off, and flips over to first base. Shashin is being held on by Levi Ebersol.
John, I don't think that was his best move.
I don't either. Little token throw over to first. Maybe a little bit more time to think about how he wants to work to Mayer. Fastball hit hard to center field. This will drive the center fielder back. Bridges near the warning track, reaches up and with room makes the catch. And there's one out here in the Washington first inning.
Boy, he couldn't hit it much harder than that. That was right on the button. Deepest part of the ballpark. He hit that ball about 370 feet.
Out to the track. Short porches in right here. 290 down the right field line. 256 in right. 365 in right center and 375 straight away. That's the deepest part of the park, straight away center field. 365 in left center. 356 in left, and down the line in left. 310 feet. Hunter at the plate now with a runner at first and one out. The pitch. Fastball from Eisenman in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Johnny, know that Spencer Hunter's got to be thinking about that short porch and right, being a left-handed power hitter.
And he might be sitting on a fastball here with Eisenman really throwing the majority of the pitches so far early here. Straight heat after the curveball got away from him, plunking Shashin. The next is a fastball, and that's down and in. Ball 1 on Hunter. Righty on lefty here as Hunter bats third in the lineup. He'll patrol right field tonight. Hunter comes in with a .340 average, 31 batted in, 29 runs scored. 5 homers on the season. He rips this one into the glove of the shortstop, and they will double off Shashin at first base, and the inning is over. No one left on. We have played a half inning. Festus coming to bat. This is KLPW. You're listening to American Legion Baseball from Day Field at Liberty Park Stadium, the AAA Senior State Tournament.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Phil Luthers, your downtown Washington Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why he's a proud sponsor of Washington American Legion Baseball on KLPW. For all your investment needs, call 636-239-5487 or stop by the office at number 3 Lafayette Street, downtown Washington. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Introducing RCS Carpet Cleaning, Franklin County's best local commercial and residential carpet cleaning specialists. Certified carpet cleaning, pet stain and odor removal, low moisture and fast drying steam cleaning, tile and grout cleaning and sealing. Call RCS Carpet Cleaning at 636-584-1559. Find them on Facebook or go to realcleanstuff.com. That's RCS Carpet Cleaning. Mention this ad and get the 2 rooms for $99 special. Call today.
Hello, my name is Bill Shook, and I am the co-owner of Easy Care Security and Satellite Systems. In addition to offering TV and internet, we also offer security, home automation, and surveillance systems. Would you like to be able to monitor your kids, your elderly parents, or simply your property while you're away with your smartphone? You can, and it's easy. As a fair special, we are offering a $200 Visa gift card with the purchase and installation of a 4-camera stop by and see us. Our office is on Highway 47, directly across from Schnucks and Luke's.
Bryce Mayer pumps in a pitch over below to Bridges, leading off for Festus here in the first inning. Here's a ball hit in the air to left center. That's going to drop in for a hit. Bridges is aboard, makes a big turn at first. He'll stop there as the ball's played back in by Weber from center field. And Festus in business. First pitch of the inning, and Jacob Bridges takes Mayer to left center for a leadoff single.
Second baseman number 4, Jordan Duncan.
Bridges coming in here with a .381 average. He has 45 runs scored. At the plate now is Jordan Duncan. He looks at a pitch down and in for Mayer, ball one. Coach Bone had high praise for this young man, Jordan Duncan, batting second, playing second. Batting from the left-hand side, facing the right-handed throwing Bryce Mayer. Next pitch is a fastball in there for a strike.
His numbers are impressive, John.
.415 average, 36 batted in, 35 runs scored, 6 home runs, 1 triple, 13 doubles on the year. The 1-1, swing and a miss on a ball out of the strike zone. And the count is 1-2 on Duncan. He'll be followed by Levi Ebersol. 1 on, nobody out after the single by Bridges lead off the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless. Duncan waits for the 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, off the chest protector of Molitor, kicks to his left. That's going to allow Bridges to take second base on the wild pitch, and a 2-2 count on Duncan. And a chance for Festus to grab the early lead here. Duncan waves the bat over the plate. Bridges off the bag at second base. Mayer comes set, kicks, deals. Swinging a foul straight back. New baseball for Mayer. Count remains 2-2 on Duncan. Lights are on here at Day Field at Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia. First round action, Washington Festus. Sedalia upset St. John earlier 5-4. The 2-2, breaking ball outside as Mayer tries to go back door and just misses, and the count is full on Duncan. And the payoff pitch from Mayer is headed home. Fastball hit by Shashin into center field, and Festus is going to grab the lead. Played back to the infield by Weber. It's cut off by Hackman. Duncan delivers. Bridges scores from second. Back-to-back singles, 1-0 Festus here in the opening inning.
Duncan singles in the right, scored Bridges for first.
Two really hard-hit baseballs by Festus to start this game off. Right back up the middle on both of them.
On 3-2, Mayer came in with the fastball. So now to the plate, number 3 hitter Levi Ebersol will bat.
Molitor going out just trying to calm Bryce down just a little bit, tell him that we're all right.
A lot of baseball to be played the next 3 days. Ebersol with a .296 average, 20 RBIs, and 27 runs scored. Mayer to Ebersol, fastball at the knees, 0-1. Eddie Martin to follow Ebersol. Runner at first, 1-0 Festus as they strike first, back-to-back singles. Mayer to Ebersol. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Ball gets by Molitor and trickles back toward the backstop. Down to seconds on the pass ball. It will be Duncan. That's a ball that Molitor normally handles. I don't think it skipped into him. I think he just kind of mishandled it with the glove.
No, John, it looked like he might have been crossed up a little bit or was expecting a different pitch.
It was a strike on the swing, so it's 0-2. Ebersol waits. Mayer kicks and deals. Strike 3 called. Ebersol punched out. Caught looking with a fastball belt high, and there's 1 out. That's a big strikeout for Bryce Mayer.
John, I think that could be a big confidence boost for Mayer on the mound. Just get that strikeout looking, located a real good fastball, outer half.
Here comes the DH, Eddie Martin, as he comes on. Runner at second, 1 away. The pitch to Martin. Inside corner, strike called. It's 0-1. Eddie Martin bats on the right-hand side. .367 average, 36 RBIs, 43 runs. The pitch. Over below. Borderline as Mayer didn't get the call, then the count is 1-1. Mayer keeping it around the strike zone here early. Eisenman with a 7-pitch inning. Here's a pitch right down central. 1-2 on Martin. unable to pull the trigger there. He has yet to see a curveball in this at bat. And if they scouted Washington in any way, they know that Mayer has an outstanding breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Mayer, the pitch. Breaking ball is chopped toward Hackman at first. Plays it on a high hop. Steps on the bag for the unassisted out, and the ball almost thrown away over at third. Nice play by Landwehr to keep it from going up against the screen behind third base.
John, so far this inning is really indicative of the kind of pitcher that Bryce Mayer is. He spots a really good fastball, and his breaking ball, you know, he puts that about wherever he wants it, and sometimes it just makes hitters look silly.
Jake Leitner is the fifth man to come to the plate this inning for Festus. They lead 1-0. Another left-handed stick up there for post 253. Runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch from Mayer. Swinging a fly ball foul out of play, third base side. Historic Day Field at Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia, home of the state tournament for American Legion Baseball, post 218. And Festus, post 253, doing battle in a first-round game here this evening. The next pitch, breaking ball hit toward the second baseman. Shashin plays it on 2 hops and throws out Leitner, and the inning comes to a close. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We played 1. Festus leads Washington 1-0.
Raycom Security Incorporated, your locally owned and operated alarm company, in business for over...
I'd like to remind everyone some ground rules for the stadium. No sunflower seeds, nuts and shell, or chewing gum is allowed in the stadium, or on the playing field, or in the dugouts. Your cooperation with this request is most appreciated. And don't forget our concession stand is open. Lots of homemade items are in the concession area, all made by the parents of the Sedalia squad. Everything earned in the concession stand goes directly to American Legion Baseball. Have lunch or supper with us. Enjoy baseball. Support American Legion.
Back in Sedalia, John Covington, Coach Dallas Stapp. Quentin Pepsa will lead off for Washington post 218 against Eisenman as he completes his warm-ups. Throw down to second base. Washington did mount a little bit of a threat in their half of the first. Got a runner on, but then a line drive off the bat of Hunter to the shortstop, and they were able to double up Shashin at first base to end the frame. So Pepsa will lead off.
The ball hard, John.
That's all he can do. It's going to find a hole eventually, right?
That's what they say.
Pepsel, Hackman, and Stallman due up this inning, the middle third for post 218 to face Eisenman. He kicks and delivers a fastball, and that is a little bit low. Ball 1 to Pepsel. Righty on righty. Eisenman holds the glove out front about chest high. Side to the hitter as he pitches from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That'll be chopped foul, third base side. A 1-1 count on Pepsel.
John, did you know that this stadium is the first stadium west of the Mississippi to have lights?
Really? I didn't know that, but I do know that they were playing baseball here long before 1937, but they constructed the grandstand in 1937 to complete the project. They've been playing a baseball here for a lot of years. Here's Pepsel requesting time and granted by the home plate umpire just as Eisenman was ready to pitch. Didn't start his motion home, so I wouldn't say it was a late grant by the home plate umpire. Eisenman back on, Pepsel back in, open stance. Eisenman. A long look, the pitch. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls and a strike on Pepsel. Eisenman probably one of the slower workers we've seen throughout the season. Most pitchers just get the ball, boom, they're right back on. He takes a little extra time between pitches. A little quicker here. Here's a ball fouled out of play, first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Pepsel. We'll have a new baseball for Eisenman.
Really unique fence around the stadium here.
Yes, the picket fence painted green.
I'm really hoping that they'll give me a ride on that train out in right field before the end of the weekend.
That's the last train to Clarksville.
It is.
Yeah, you can meet me at the station. Be here by 4:30.
They said it was crazy.
Here's the pitch, strike 3 called to Pepsel, and he's caught looking on a fastball from Eisenman. You know, really, we haven't seen anything but heat since he plunked Shashin in the back with the breaking ball.
No, he's just said, I'm just going to throw a fastball, see if you can hit it.
Pepsel looks at one on the outside corner for a strike, about knee high. So Joe Hackman will come on now for Washington.
And we commented before the game, John, that Washington's a really good fastball hitting team. When they get their timing down second and third time through the order, they have a lot of success.
Absolutely. Hackman waits. Eisenman with the offering. And that is off the bat, off the knob of the bat, and goes back to the screen. Almost got him on the hands. Eisenman coming inside there, and Hackman has to fall back from that. I think Coach Gardner is thinking it may have got him on the hand. I guess the question is, did he catch the bat first before he got the hand? Home plate umpire seems to think, well, he didn't. He was not going to put him on. Now he's going to call the first base umpire over, and then the third base ump will come in, and all three will join in the conversation.
I can't imagine that the first base umpire is going to be able to change this call. And if he does, I think manager Zach Bones is going to have a little bit of an issue with it.
I do too. I think it got the knob at the bat, and that's really where it stands. I don't think it got the hand at all.
It certainly sounded like aluminum, and Joe Hackman's not sitting there shaking his wrist.
Nope.
And Eisenman's throwing the ball pretty hard.
I'm going to call it a foul ball. I think it's a good call by the umpires, but good communication by the three to get together and chat about it.
Well, nothing to complain about as long as you go and ask.
So it's an 0-1 count on Hackman now. Base is empty and one away. Hackman will be followed by Stallman. Eisenman's pitch is a breaking ball inside corner for a strike, and it is 0-2. Ceiling fans are on here at Liberty Park Stadium in the grandstand that's covered. Wrap around from dugout to dugout. It's an 0-2 count on Hackman. Eisenman gets the sign, steps off, and he's going to call his catcher out, I believe. Isaac Hamilton coming out from behind the plate to talk with his battery mate here, Jeremy Eisenson. What do you think they're talking about here? I mean, nobody's on second, so.
Well, when I used to catch, when I'd run out there, I would talk about the hot dogs they had at the concession stand.
Well, they are good here.
This is the second best one next to Ronzik that I've had all summer.
Cheeseburgers aren't bad either.
I might have to try those.
Hackman has to guard the plate. The 0-2 fastball chopped off the plate. Eisenman fields it third base side, fires to first in time, got Hackman by a step. 1-3 on the putout. 2 up, 2 down. You know, Washington could look in the mirror and see Festus. That's how similar these two teams are.
There's no doubt. You look at it on paper, we commented before the game, it's almost identical.
Stallman back in the box. He'll bat now. Bases empty, 2 outs, facing Eisenman for the first time. Here's the pitch, fastball, inside corner, strike called. Keeping the pitch count down, 7 pitches in the opening frame for Eisenman. He's ahead of Stallman, 0-1. Here's a breaking ball, hit in the air to left, might drop in. Out goes the shortstop, off his glove and down for a hit. Stallman thought about second, throw coming in quickly, and the tying run is aboard on the single by Brendan Stallman. That was a tough play for the shortstop going out to shallow left. Christian Hancock got there, and the ball in and out of the glove, dropping in, and Stallman reaches, and Landwehr will bat. I thought a good pitch from Eisenman there, down and in, just kind of muscled out to shallow left field by Stallman.
All the good contact we made the first inning and 2/3 and nothing, and just a little number off the handle of the bat.
Here's Landwehr stepping in now, facing Eisenman. He'll look over his left shoulder before he comes set. Short lead by Stallman at first. The pitch inside, ball one. As Landwehr leans back from that one a bit. Right-handed batter, Landwehr batting seventh and playing third base. .263 average, 26 runs scored on the year. The pitch, breaking ball, strike called. 1-1 on McGuire Landwehr. Good look at the breaking ball from Eisenman there. That one started inside, broke over the inner portion of the plate, and froze Landwehr, who's be looking at a 1-1 count. The next is a fastball at the knees. Right now, Eisenman throwing a lot of heat, and I think doing a good job mixing in the change in the breaking ball right now.
Yeah, he's kind of got these hitters off balance a little bit right now because he didn't throw another breaking ball after he hit Shashin in the first inning.
Maybe a little confidence back in this frame. He's gone to the deuce a little more. He's ahead of Landwehr 1-2. Stallman off the bag at first, getting his lead. Landwehr requests time after Eisenman took a long look. Too long for Landwehr's liking, so he'll take a couple of practice swings, now dig back in. One to the gap, could plate Stallman and tie this game up. One over the boards gives Washington the lead. Eisenman with the 1-2. Here it comes. Hit him, and the breaking ball got away from him. You know, it's almost like he's aiming that breaking ball. I thought he did against Shashin and did there against Landwehr. He had him set up 1-2 and just let the breaking ball get away from him.
Just trying to overthrow it, trying to place it, like you said, just exactly where he wants it instead of just throwing it.
Yep. Sometimes you can overthink things as a pitcher, and that might be what Eisenman is doing right now. So 2 hit batters in the game. And we're going to see if Washington can cash in here as Adam Molitor will step to the plate. Tying run down to second base, and Brendan Stallman. Landwehr with the lead off the bag at first base. 2 on, 2 outs. Molitor at the plate. The Washington catcher waiting for the first pitch. Here it is. Fastball taken outside, ball one.
John, how many times this year we've seen Washington with a 2-out rally started with the bottom part of their lineup?
A lot, and a lot of times it starts with this guy right here. Molitor homered during the zone tournament in Trenton last weekend. Has 2 homers on the season. He waves the bat back and forth over the plate. Eisenman brings home the 1-0, and it's off the catcher's mitt and back to the screen. Both runners move up 90 feet. The pitch was outside with a breaking ball. It's a pass ball. Stallman over to third. Landwehr down to second base, and a 2-0 count on Molitor. A great opportunity right now for post 218. Base hit here could put him on top. Winner of this game will get Sedalia at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The loser will get St. Genevieve at 4. Molitor waves the bat back and forth, cocks it back. The pitch fouled out of play. The count is 2 balls and a strike on Molitor.
John, a balk has been called.
And as a result, the game is tied. I don't think he didn't pause, did he, when he came set?
The explanation being given to the Festus manager.
So Stallman comes home on the balk. Landwehr over to third. We have a tie game. And the home plate umpire wants some baseballs. And the home plate umpire is going to bring the third base ump in here. I'm not sure
the home plate umpire knows that a balk was called.
So it was called by the third base umpire, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And that ties the game at 1. Stallman comes in on the balk. Landwehr over at third. There's 2 outs and no pitch on the balk call, so it's 2-0 on Molitor. Eisenman comes to the belt and to the plate. Fastball taken low and away. 3 balls, no strikes. And Molitor will be taking all the way here. Landwehr getting his lead in foul ground at third base. Eisenman. The pitch. Right down the middle. 3-1. Weber on deck.
John, that's an interesting balk call, not coming to a set, so quick pitching for a guy who's not working overly fast.
Exactly. 3-1 in the dirt. Runners in the corners with 2 outs. We've had a hit batter and a walk in the inning. Washington has tied it up, and they're going to look for more with a 9-hitter coming up. And out of the dugout will come one of the assistant coaches for Festus as they try to settle Eisenman down a little bit. He's hit 2 batters. He's been called for a balk.
He's definitely rattled a little bit out there. Not a lot of confidence in the pitches that he's throwing right now.
His fastball has been pretty good. He had a pretty good first inning, I'd say, 7 pitches. Had a line drive double play.
He's had trouble locating the fastball here about the last 2 or 3 hitters. A lot of it's been outside. You know, he crossed the catcher up on a breaking ball, which he's had trouble throwing the breaking ball so far.
Just a quick chat from the assistant coach for Festus, so they break up the huddle around Eisenman. And we talked about that he's not really their number one. 3-1 record coming in here, by far not the innings pitched, about half as many as their number 1 guy coming into the game. Now it's Weber at the plate, runners at the corners with 2 outs. Washington a chance to take the lead. Eisenman, the pitch, swing and a miss. Weber coming up empty, a healthy rip at that fastball from Eisenman.
He did not have any trouble locating that one.
No, he did not. He just reared back and threw, and that's probably the advice he just got from the coach, is just throw. Timeout is called at home plate.
And this is also about the 4th or 5th Washington hitter that's called time. Kind of disrupted his timing.
Eisenman looks over his left shoulder toward first. Now comes set. The pitch. Fastball fouled back to the screen. Clangs against the half wall that surrounds the field from dugout to dugout. 0-2 on Weber. He has a chance to put Washington on top. Landwehr at third, Molitor at first base. Well, Weber looking for something he can drive. He has to guard the plate. Long look from Eisenman here. He'll step off. You know, there just seems to be a little bit of confusion between the battery here, Eisenman, and the catcher, Hamilton.
He's not real confident in himself.
Gets the sign and comes set. Timeout called again. You're really trying to get in the head of Eisenman right now. I think it's working.
It appears to be working. He's certainly rattled.
Lots of room in the hole at second base. If Weber is able to pull one to that side, runner at first is being held on, and the runner at second, the second baseman shading toward the bag. Here's the pitch. That is taken outside. A ball and 2 strikes on Weber as Eisenman just misses with the fastball. 1-2 on Weber.
John, the way he came off the mound, I think he thought he had Weber rung up.
Eisenman coming set. The pitch. Fastball. A little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Missing with 2 heaters. Eisenman holds the bat out front. Now cocks it back. Eisenman with the 2-2 offering. After a long look, the pitch. Nope, another timeout call. He's through a strike right down the middle.
Well, and that was kind of similar to what we saw last week up in Trenton with the umpire granting time really rather late.
Yeah.
And that's really frustrating, especially for someone who is struggling.
2-2 the count. Eisenman gets the sign from Hamilton. The pitch. Inside, and the count is full. Eisenman had Weber 0-2. Now a full count. A walk here would load him up for Shashin. At the top of the order for post 218. 1-1 ball game. The Buck bringing in Stallman to tie it up. Big pitch right here early in this game. We're in the second. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. He gets Weber looking on a pitch of the knees on the inside corner, and the inning comes to a close. A balk call on Eisenman brings home Stallman from third to tie it up. Washington strands 2 in the inning after an inning and a half. We are tied at 1-1.
For the best meats around, visit the winning team of Williams Brothers Meat Market, located in the
Leading off for Festus, home half of the second inning, third baseman, number 9, Charlie Pratt.
PC.
Bryce Mayer working to Charlie Pratt, and the first pitch is fouled on a play to the right of home plate over the Festus dugout. First base side, strike one on Pratt. Leading off here in the second for Festus. It's a 1-1 game. Mayer kicks and deals. Breaking ball missing inside. And the count is evened up at 1-1 on Charlie Pratt. He bats sixth, plays third base for Festus. Pratt, Wilkerson, and Hamilton due up this inning. Here's a fly ball to right down the line to his left, and running and making the catch is Spencer Hunter in foul ground, and there's one out. Went a long way for that one.
A long way to catch that ball.
He did. I'd say a good 150 feet at least.
Somewhere his dad, as Mike is yelling, I told you he was slow.
And yet he made the play. You know, his dad played here years and years ago. It's from this neck of, this is actually, I guess, the old stomping grounds for Coach Hunter. Here's a pitch on the inside corner, strike one on Wilkinson. And Mayer's out in front of Connor Wilkinson. Batting seventh, playing left field. The next pitch headed home, fastball in there for a strike.
Bryce Mayer, however, John, is pitching with a lot of confidence right now.
Sure looks like it. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Molitor. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Wilkinson. Slight breeze blowing out toward left field. Actually looks like it might be blowing out toward the foul line in left. Here's a breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Wilkinson knew it. He's caught looking as Mayer catches the inside corner with the deuce. 2 outs. Second strikeout of the game for Mayer.
Number 6, Isaac Hamilton.
Isaac Hamilton will come on now, the Festus catcher, to face Mayer. Taps the plate with the end of the bat, holds it down to the end. Bases empty, 2 outs. The pitch to Hamilton, fastball. That's a little bit outside, ball 1.
John, if Bryce Mayer's able to locate his breaking ball like that, it's going to be a long night for the Festus hitters.
No doubt about it. The 1-0. Right down the middle. 1-1 on Hamilton. Fastball with some good movement on it. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. Festus trying to get something going with 2 outs. The pitch. Breaking ball outside.
John, I think it's safe to say that each of these teams is facing probably better pitching than they've seen all summer.
The 2-1. Outside. 3 balls and a strike on Hamilton with Hancock on deck. I think Mayer wanted that one, didn't get the call on that outside corner, so it's the 3-1 count. Hamilton will look for something he can drive. Next pitch, foul tip, and actually a swing and a miss, and it's a 3-2 count on the Festus catcher. Infield straight away, so's the outfield for Hamilton here. Spacious Liberty Park Stadium. Payoff pitch, taken for a ball. He walks in with 2 outs. First walk of the game issued for Bryce Mayer. Christian Hancock, the 9-hitter, will come on now.
John, you think if we gave the concession stand a shout out, we'd get some free hot dogs?
You know, I think it's a good idea. It's worth a try.
It is.
At the very least. We've already mentioned him twice now.
I mean, I think that's good for at least 2 hot dogs.
There's a fastball cut on and missed, strike 1. Dog and a beer.
I think I'm going to mention that to Gary Stone after the game.
That's a good idea. We'll cash in. Next pitch. There's a strike called. 0-2 on Hancock. He's looked at 2 good pitches. Has yet to swing the bat. He'll have to guard the plate here. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good noon, good night. Hancock goes down on 3 pitches. They strand 1. He played 2. 1-1. Headed to the 3rd here at Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia.
There's simply nothing better than rooting for the home team, especially when they make things happen. Hi, this is Scott Breckenkamp, president of First State Community Bank in Washington, Missouri. When you're ready to make things happen, turn to the home team at First State Community Bank. Whether you need help buying that new home, starting a business, or simply opening a checking account, our experienced staff is here to help. So after the game, stop by or call. We'll be sure to make things happen for you. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at fscb.com.
If you live in Washington or anywhere in Franklin County, chances are you weren't born there. Life in our area is good. The air is clean, the kids are busy, and the open space and lifestyle gives everyone room to grow. People move here for a reason. Janie Striever of RE/MAX in Washington has helped this growth. She sells houses, lots of houses, and she would love to sell you your next house. Call her at 231-3410. That's 231-3410. And Janie also...
Leading off for Washington as we head to the 3rd inning. Their second baseman, number 23, Jack Shishim.
And Jack Shishim will lead off for post 218 here in the 3rd inning. 1-1 ball game. Shishim was hit by a pitch and then doubled off first and a line drive out at short off the bat of Spencer Hunter in the 1st inning.
John, I think it's time for Shishim to hit a home run.
I guess you could say he's due. He did homer to left field up at Trenton. Here's the pitch to him, and check swing foul out of play up against the screen, and the count is 0-1 on Shishim.
I mean, it's been almost a week.
Well, that's what they used to say about you in your playing days.
You're right.
You went 2 days without a home run. It was
expected.
It was time. 0-1 on Shishim will be followed by Mayer and Hunter. Eisenman from the stretch, kicks, pitches, breaking ball, started to go, held up and took a ball low, 1-1 count.
I did hit one in T-ball once, though.
Inside the park,
yeah,
right?
It was a breaking ball. It hung up.
I used to say breaking balls when I was playing T-ball too. Here's the next one, grounded toward the hole. It's short, into left field. Single for Shishim. First hit of the game for Jack Shishim. Second hit of the game for post 218. Bryce Mayer will come on now to face Eisenman.
Second time through the order, John. 3rd inning.
Sometimes it doesn't take long to get your timing down. You know, looking at the zone tournament, how many runs did Washington score in the 3rd inning? If you totaled them all up, and I haven't done that, the 3rd inning was their inning. Here's a bunt up in the air. Third baseman charging gloves. Shishim back to the bag. There won't be a throw over there. There's 1 out. Mayer trying to get the bunt down, pops it up, and the third baseman comes charging in. A nice play by Charlie Pratt. 1 out.
John, if I just had to guess, I'd say probably well over 50% of their runs, at least in the 2 championship games, for sure.
Here's Hunter at the plate now, facing Eisenman for the 2nd time. He lined into a double play, his first time up. So Hunter 0 for 1. Eisenman. The pitch. Breaking ball inside corner. Strike called. Good pitch to get in front of Hunter. Eisenman reaching down for the rosin bag. Climbs the back of the hill, working on Spencer Hunter here. Hunter holding the bat down in the end. Eisenman kicks and fires. Fastball fouled out of play. Well, he was right on the fastball from Eisenman that time. Had a healthy rip at it. On the ball from the got a new baseball for Eisenman thrown to the second baseman.
I just wanted to throw it around a little bit. You can't get it dirty anymore because it's turf.
Yeah. They installed that a couple of years ago here. It really made a difference, back when they had the grass infield. It seemed like we were getting rained out a lot here at Liberty Park Stadium. Not anymore. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Hunter strikes out, and there's 2 away here in the Washington third. He went upstairs on him that time, got him to go after it and chase.
Yeah, he got him to chase that one out of the zone. There's no doubt about that.
Well, Pepsel has a chance now. We have a 1-1 ball game here in the third inning with Washington batting. Runner at first is Shashin. Led off the inning with a single. Pepsel struck out looking his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Here's a throw over to first base. Shashin back, sliding in safely under the tag. He's being held on over at first base by Ebersol. Eisenman does the same thing almost every pitch. He'll look over his left shoulder when there's a man on base, take a look, then comes set and fires. This time a fastball is cut on and missed by Pepsel, and it's 0-1.
John, he's real close to balking on every single pitch. Just this extra movement up front.
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2 on Pepsel. So far, the strike zone fair by this home plate umpire for both pitchers. Been consistent so far early on. We're in the third 1-1 ball game. Pepsel has to guard the plate. It's an 0-2 count. Eisenman out in front. Comes set, high leg kick, the pitch. Reached back for a little extra on the cheese and pitches high. It's a 1-2 count.
Couldn't get Pepsel to chase that time.
Pepsel looking for something he can drive here. Shashin getting a good lead over at first base. Wants to do some running. Pepsel waves the bat back and forth. Eisenman coming set. The pitch. Breaking ball outside. The ball dropped by the catcher. Shashin takes off and swipes second without a throw.
John, we were commenting on this catcher's arm before the game in warm-ups, and it very well could have been a close play at second base had he held on to the ball.
Definitely could have been. Hamilton, he's got a cannon from behind the arm. I thought Shashin had a pretty good jump, though.
And he can move, there's no doubt.
So go ahead, run in scoring position. The 2-2 pitch is chopped third base side. Playing on a high hop is Pratt, and he throws over to get Pepsel on a bang-bang play. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on, a stolen base. We played 2.5. We're tied at 1, Washington and Festus.
Hey, this is Taylor. Double-digit pay raises are history. Now, money's a lot harder to get a hold of and even harder to hang on to. That's why my dad, State Farm agent Jim Fury, would like to offer you a free discount double check. Jim and his team will go through your car insurance policy to make sure you're getting the discounts you deserve and aren't leaving any money on the table. So call my dad, State Farm agent Jim Fury in Washington today. Being there to help keep more of your money in your pockets is why we're here. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Mark Thayer, manager of Coldwell Banker Premier Group in Washington. The days of buying a home with a handshake are long gone. That's why our agents are extensively trained and continuously mentored to be abreast of all the ins and outs of a real estate transaction. From contract to contingencies to closing, our agents work hard.
Leading off for Festus, As we head to the bottom of the third.
Inspections and more. Call Tom or Keith at 636-239-5494 today.
Here's Mayer starting off the batter with a breaking ball and a misses high. Jacob Bridges leading off here in the third. It's a 1-0 count. Mayer to Bridges. Fastball at the knees. Strike called.
John, you're on point with this intro music tonight.
You like it? You're the first person to comment on that, so I think thanks are in order. Here's a pitch down and in.
I'm all about it.
Well, Colin did. Colin liked it too. 2 balls and a strike now on Jacob Bridges, who led off the first with a single. And here's a pitch taken for a strike. It looked a little bit low to me, but not to the home plate umpire, and the count is 2-2. But Bridges is 1 for 1 with a run. He came in to score on Jordan Duncan's single. Here's a pitch taken for a ball in the dirt, and the count is full at 3-2.
John, what was odd about that second strike call is it appeared to be low, and the umpire changed his strike call the way he motioned.
Payoff pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. And Bridges goes down swinging, and Mayer has his 4th strikeout of the game.
I think it may have fooled the umpire just a little bit.
Possibly. That can happen with the breaking ball. And so Bridges now 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and the strikeout. Duncan will bat now. He looks at a pitch a little bit high and away, ball 1. Duncan singled, took second in the pass ball, ended up over third base where he was left on in the first. Looks at a pitch upstairs here, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Duncan will be followed by Ebersol. The pitch from Mayer, taken low and away, 3-0. Bryce all about the control. He did walk a batter in the second, but pitched around it. Here's a pitch taken low. 4-pitch walk issued to Duncan. Highly unusual for Mayer, and it's 1 on with 1 out for the 3-hitter, Levi Ebersol, who struck out looking in the first inning. He's 0 for 1.
I think that may have been a little bit of respect from Mayer towards Duncan because he's such a good hitter.
Good with the bat in his hand, certainly. Here's Ebersol, the 3-hitter. He swings and misses at the first pitch. The fastball from Mayer, and it's 0-1.
There's not many kids that play upwards of 40 baseball games and hit over 400.
The 0-1 breaking ball. That has the batter leaning back a bit, and the count's even at 1-1. Little chin music there for Ebersol as he taps the plate with the end of the bat. Now he digs back in. Mayer comes set from the stretch. The pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. He's blowing it by these guys right now.
Yeah, he's got them guessing.
Ebersol's probably thinking deuce here, so we'll see what Mayer comes in with. The 1-2. Fastball. Strike 3 called. Got him looking.
Well, he certainly was not looking for a fastball.
He was not. And he pays the price as a result. So the 3-hitter, one of the best on the team, Ebersol, is caught looking twice, and he is 0 for 2. Here comes the cleanup man, Eddie Martin, DH for the pitcher, Eisenman. And Martin fouls the first pitch out of play, strike 1. Sensational night for baseball. Game time temperature in the 70s. Really dropped as the sun went down here in Sedalia. Home of the Missouri.
August 1st.
What's that?
August 1st.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like August 1st.
75 degrees.
Unbelievable. In fact, it's supposed to be pleasant the entire weekend here. The 0-1. Strike called. Good breaking ball. And the count is 0-2 on Martin.
You think I could order this kind of weather August 12th for football practice?
It's a good idea. Might be wishful thinking, though. The 0-2 to Martin. And he reaches and comes up empty with the swing. And Mayer strikes out the side. Pitches around a walk. They strand 1. We played 3. 1-1 between Washington and Festus.
With Bank of Franklin County.
We move to the fourth inning. Leading off for Washington at first baseman, 25, Joe Hackman.
We'll play the winner of this game at 1 tomorrow. Right now, Washington's in a dogfight. 1-1 with Festus. First pitch is hit hard, foul down the left field line. And that pitch was inside, and Hackman turned on it. 0-1.
Yeah, John, he didn't fool Joe Hackman on that pitch.
No, he did not. Hackman looking to go yard. Holds the bat down in the end. Eisenman comes set, kicks, pitches, breaking ball, swing and a miss right over the top of it. And had him out in front a bit on the first pitch. That was a good pitch on 0-1. Fooled him. 0-2 on Hackman. Eisenman started the come set. Now gets the sign. Kicks, delivers. Strike 3 called. Got Hackman looking. He dropped down about 3/4 on that pitch and came in a little sidearm. Hackman caught looking, 1 out.
I was actually thinking a couple innings ago, he's throwing his warm-up pitch is kind of that 3/4 angle.
A little different look there from Eisenman. Brandon Stallman will bat now. Stallman versus Eisenman. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Eisenman jumping out in front of Stallman. Stallman singled and came home on the balk to tie the game in the second inning. He's 1 for 1 with a run. Eisenman kicks and delivers, and that pitch is just off the plate. Eisenman didn't get the call there, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon Stallman coming into this game with a .302 average. 16 batted in, 25 runs scored. The pitch. That one's over below, 2 balls and a strike. About a 2-hour drive for us to Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia for this game tonight. First round of the state tournament, Final 4. You have the pitch coming home. Here's a chopper up the middle. Second baseman gloves it up the middle, fires across in time, and safe is the call. He legs it out, and a bang-bang play. Stallman's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. This one on the infield.
I don't think the first baseman's very happy about that call, John.
Well, I think that was a good stretch by the first baseman. I thought they got him.
He appeared to be out. But Washington will take it.
So the infield will look for 2 now as Landwehr steps in. Stallman with the infield hit. Pretty good play by Jordan Duncan over at second base to get there, then make the strong throw. The pitch. Fastball upstairs on Landwehr, ball 1. Now Landwehr was hit by a pitch his first time up. That came back in the second inning. He was left on. 1 of 2 left on that inning for post 218 as they had runners at the corners. It's a 1-0 count on Landwehr. Eisenman gets the sign, comes set, and checks on the runner over first base, and Stallman's back safely. Molitor in the on-deck circle for post 218. 1-1 ball game. We're in the 4th. Top half of the inning here in Day Field in Sedalia. Landwehr ahead in the count. Eisenman with the 1-0. That pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. There's times when Eisenman looks really good, and he's been a little bit inconsistent with his delivery. And there's times when he is a little bit quicker between pitches, too. When he gets behind in the count, he tends to take more time. Next pitch is a fastball fouled back to the screen, and the count is 2-1.
You can just see the wheels turning when there's runners on base. He's just not quite as confident.
3-1 record coming into this game, 26 innings pitched. Melton, probably their number 1 pitcher, 5-0, 32 innings pitched, and Smock. Here's another check on the runner over first base. Brendan Smock has a little over 30 innings pitched. His record 4-0 coming in. So Coach Bone going with, I would say, the number 3 guy in the rotation. Landwehr ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike here as Eisenman gets the sign from Hamilton. Kicks and fires. Fastball off the catcher's mitt back to the screen. Stallman will take second on the pass ball. Hamilton not going out to talk to him. I mean, it almost seems like the catcher's being crossed up at times.
Yeah, they're certainly not on the same page.
Well,
it's inconsistent at best.
They're going to be changing him up here with a runner at second base and a 3-1 count now on Landwehr. Eisenman comes set, kicks and pitches, and a check swing foul off the hands, or off the skinny part of the bat, and the count is 3-2 now. Started to go, took it off the skinny part of the bat, probably ball 4.
That's exactly what Landwehr was telling himself when he stepped out of the box, was that he swung at ball 4.
So it's a full count. Runner at second, 1 away. Go ahead run in scoring position for Washington. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Reached back for a little extra on the heat. Got him swinging. Second strikeout of the inning, 2 outs. And the batter will be Adam Molitor.
Next to the plate, the catcher, number 12, Adam Molitor.
5 strikeouts in the game now for Eisenman. He'll take off the cap and wipe the sweat off the brow as he gets ready to face the Washington catcher, Adam Molitor. The LPW Spotlight Athlete of the Week this week. He's done a sensational job handling the pitching staff throughout the season. And when you start getting home runs out of the 8-hole, things are pretty good. Here's a ball in the dirt, nicely blocked by Hamilton, shifting to his right. Ball 1 on Molitor.
You are certainly living well, John, when the 8-hole hitter is hitting home runs.
Molitor walked and was left on back in the second. He's ahead here, 1-0. Eisenman gets the sign and comes set. The pitch, fastball in on the hands, foul down the right field line. That ball will slice out of play. A ball and a strike on Molitor.
John, this game doesn't have quite the same pace that the first one did.
No, we motored through that game in about, an hour and 40?
I don't think we're going to make it.
Well, we're in the middle innings right now. This one's about 70 minutes old right now. Molitor waits the pitch. Breaking ball. That one is called a ball. 2 balls and a strike now.
John, I think he crossed the catcher up again.
In and out of the glove. Fortunately for Hamilton, the ball stayed at home plate right there in front of him. Eisenman reaches down for the rosin bag. And he's back on with a 2-1 count on Molitor. He'll wave the bat back and forth now, cock it back as Eisenman kicks and delivers. Foul back to the screen. Good pitching on the hands. 2-2 the count.
We may not be moving at quite the same pace, but I do, however, expect there to be far less farm equipment on Highway 50 on the way home.
Well, farmers, they get up at sunrise and go to bed at sunset, so you're probably right about that. If we see a tractor on Highway 50 heading home, there's something wrong.
I got behind a riding lawnmower on 5th Street today.
He was driving at foot speed.
He was.
2-2 count on Molitor. Eisenman the pitch. Breaking ball up and in. Full count. And it will be the second full count of the inning for Eisenman. He worked full on Landwehr before striking him out with a high fastball. Now he goes full on Molitor. Weber on deck. Runner at second. 2 outs. 1-1 game. Eisenman working on the Washington catcher, Adam Molitor. Big right-hander coming set. Kicks, fires, misses low and away. There'll be 2 on with 2 outs. It appears to me that Eisenman overthrew on that pitch. We'll have a courtesy runner here, I believe.
I think the catcher actually called time. He was really upset after that pitch. I think him and Eisenman just aren't on the same page.
So it'll be Levi Weber coming up. A few words with Mike Gardner before he steps in. And a small conference on the mound between the second baseman for Festus, Hamilton the catcher, along with Duncan from second, talking it over with Eisenman.
Next here for Washington, center fielder, number 9, Levi Weber.
And it will be Molitor staying on at first base with Stallman down at second. Weber at the plate for post 218. Chance to put Washington on top facing Jeremy Eisenman. The right-hander kicks and fires and misses high and wide. Ball 1 on Weber. Weber struck out looking on a 3-2 fastball in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Back to the top of the order for Shashin after Weber bats. It's a 1-0 count. Eisenman stands tall, gets the sign from Hamilton. Here's the pitch. Pumped in for a strike. The count is even at 1. Eisenman trying to get out of this 4th inning jam and keep it tied at 1-1. Eisenman, the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. Weber right on the pitch, and he fouls it off third base side. New baseball for Eisenman. Every pitcher's different. This is one of the slowest workers we've seen this season.
There's no doubt about that.
Eisenman gets the sign from Hamilton, and the right-hander coming to the belt. The 1-2. Just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Weber. Tried to paint the black with the fastball and just missed the outside edge. Weber looking for something he can drive as Eisenman comes set. The pitch home, swinging a foul. Weber hanging tough. That ball was about belt high that time. Catcher will give his pitcher a new baseball. As the ball comes off the screen, rolls right back to the umpire. The count remaining 2-2 on Weber. Weber holds the bat out front, now cocks it back as Eisenman coming set. Timeout requested, granted by the home plate umpire as Eisenman came set. A little cat and mouse action here between the batters and Eisenman. I think early on they were getting in his head a bit. The pitch. Breaking ball misses inside.
Festus dugout really wanted that one.
Well, they thought it broke over that front edge in the plate. Catcher really reached inside for it, down near the ankles. He does have a pretty healthy break on the curveball, but I think that one was inside. And a good call by the home plate umpire. Full count on Weber, so Eisenman will probably go to the heat here. Timeout is granted once again. Slows the pace, but actually pretty smart baseball, I'd say, from Washington with all the timeouts.
Yeah, they've certainly got it in his head. You know, like you said, he's been real effective at times, and then other times he's been all over the place.
Good news from Busch Stadium tonight. Cardinals 8-0 over the Cubs.
8-0? What got into them?
Little
That's more
offense.
runs than they scored in like the last week.
8-zip. Back in first place. Here's Weber. Ready for the next. Here comes the payoff pitch. Nope, a look towards second instead. As he stepped off and looked towards second, but no throw. Stallman at second base and Molitor at first with 2 outs here in the Washington 4th. The payoff pitch. Hitting. Third hit batter of the game for Eisenman. And ball just got away from him, and he plunks Weber down the lower leg below the knee. And out comes the assistant coach trying to settle Eisenman down here. Bases are going to be loaded. Stallman moves over to third. Molitor down to second. Third hit batter of the game by Jeremy Eisenman.
John, are you a fan of grand slams?
Yeah, I love grand slams. So we could see one right here.
I mean, he's due. It's been even longer now since his last at bat since he hit a home run.
Well, he has reached base twice. Hit by a pitch and a single. Has a stolen base. And he did homer last weekend, but you're right. I hear he homered in practice last night. Hit one out over the fence in Ronzik. So Shashin will come on now with the bases loaded. 2 outs. Great opportunity here for Washington to grab the lead. We're tied at 1 in the 4th. Middle inning baseball here in this first round game of the state tournament in Sedalia. Eisenman to Shashin. The pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. Healthy cut there. It's 0-1.
I think he had the same idea I did.
Well, he probably overheard you say grand slam. He was swinging for the fences. 0-1 on Shisheen. Just got to meet the ball, drive it, played a couple here, take the lead, and then let Mayer go to work. The 0-1 is a breaking ball. Borderline didn't get the call, called a little bit upstairs, and the count is 1-1 on Shisheen. Looking for a second hit of the game. Hit by a pitch back in the first, singled and left on in the third. Eisenman with the 1-1 offering, coming home. That is taken outside and low, framed by the catcher. But the Cardinal win tonight puts them back in first place over the Cubs in the NL Central.
I'll take that anytime.
No doubt about that. Mayer on deck, 2-1 count on Shisheen. The pitch. Strike called, belt high outside corner, 2-2 the count on Shisheen. Shisheen taps the plate with the bat. Waves it back and forth, open stance, back in the box, 2-2 count. Eisenman kicks, fires, swinging a foul. Fouled off a good pitch. That was a foul ball, wasn't it?
They're saying that he swung and missed, and the catcher stepped on home plate for the last out of the inning.
I thought it was a foul ball, didn't you? I thought I heard contact.
It went off in a
it changed
very
directions.
odd direction.
Well, it changed directions, Dalton. Could you hear it? I could hear it.
I mean, and manager Mike Garter is going to come out, and they're going to get together and talk about this.
We're not going to take a break just yet, but the home plate umpire is going to call the other two umpires in. I thought I saw the ball change directions. Shisheen's going to stay at home plate just like he should.
I mean, the catcher's glove was down because they wanted that pitch down. The ball ended up going down the first base side.
Yeah. Well, I heard contact. I definitely heard contact, and it was the bat on ball.
They're going to call him out, John.
They're going to call him out. They're going to call a strikeout. Ball off the backstop to the catcher. Steps on the home plate with the bases loaded for the third and final out. So we will go to the bottom of the fourth inning, tied at 1. I think Washington just got hosed a bit. Back with more baseball from Liberty Park Stadium in just a moment.
One day they're playing grown-up, the next day they are one. And as time goes by, the cost of college continues to rise. You know that college is important, but that expense may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. Phil Leathers, your local Edward Jones financial advisor, can share strategies to help tackle growing college expenses. Stop by the office at 3 Lafayette Street in downtown Washington for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Aldo's Restaurant in Washington. True Italian since 1971 and still going as strong as ever. Aldo is here to stay. Hurry in for the everyday specials.
Oh, the Hampa Day specials. Lasagna and the big mozzarella and the white sauce with vegetable and chicken. We offer everything, sandwiches and salads and appetizer, plenty of pasta, pizza, steaks and veal, chicken, At 1205 Jefferson Street for carry-outs or delivery, you can call 636-390-2536. Ciao, ciao.
If you live in Washington or anywhere in Franklin County, chances are you weren't born there. Life in our area is good. The air is clean, the kids are busy, and the open space and lifestyle gives everyone room to grow. People move here for a reason. Janie Schriever of RE/MAX in Washington has helped this growth. She sells houses, lots of houses, and she would love to sell you your next house. Call her at 231-3410. That's 231-3410. And Janie also says,
Go Washington American Legion Baseball.
1-1 count on Leitner as Mayer goes back to work in the home half of the fourth. Here's a breaking ball that bounces in, nicely blocked by Molitor. And the count is 2 balls and a strike on Jake Leitner. He'll be followed by Charlie Pratt and then Connor Wilkinson. It's a 1-1 game in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a pitch high and wide, 3-1 on Leitner. Mayer working quickly. He's working twice as fast as Eisenman is.
I thank him for that.
3-1. Popped and foul out of play. 3-2 on Leitner. Washington 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and Festus 1 run, 2 hits and no errors. We're in the home half of the fourth. Leitner facing Mayer. The pitch chopped and gloved by Mayer. First base side flips over to Hackman for the out. 1-3 put out. So Leitner retired. And Pratt will be the batter.
The third baseman, number 9, Charlie Pratt.
Right-handed batter, Pratt batting for the second time. He flied to right. A nice play by Hunter down the right field line. Made the catch in foul ground and came a long way to make the catch. So Pratt 0 for 1, looks at a ball in the first pitch from Mayer. It's 1-0. Mayer kicks and delivers. That one misses a little bit upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. 1-1 ball game, 4th inning. Pratt versus Bryce Mayer, the pitch. At the knees, 2-1. Good pitch from Bryce there. Working his way from behind on the number 6 hitter. Mayer's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and a ball a little bit low. Came up empty on the breaking ball, and the count is 2-2. Pratt cocks the bat back. The pitch is a fastball taken off the plate. 3-2, just a little bit outside. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on KLPW from the state tournament. Payoff pitch in the dirt, walked him.
Maybe a little extra motivation this inning from Washington, John, after the top half of the inning ended on a highly questionable call.
No doubt they're going to go out motivated, and I think if you make Washington mad, they'll just come out and assume control. That's the third walk of the game issued by Bryce Mayer. He faces Connor Wilkinson now. Here's the pitch to Wilkinson. Swings and a miss, and it's 0-1. Wilkinson 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking back in the second inning. Mayer gets the sign from Molitor. The next pitch is a breaking ball. Molitor frames it. It's called a little bit low. Ball and a strike on Wilkinson. Runner first with 1 away. Pratt gets his lead. Mayer working quickly from the stretch. The pitch home. Swinging a foul out of play. Mayer all business on the bump out there. This is a lower mound than we saw last week at Trenton too. Let's see, it might be a little bit lower than we see at Ronsick Field. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top of the breaking ball. Another K for Bryce Mayer. And there's 2 outs.
John, I think 3 walks tonight by Mayer might be a season high for a single game for him. He's only walked 12 all season.
Been Mr. Control all season long, and 7 strikeouts in the game for Bryce now. After he fans Wilkinson, here's a pitch into Hamilton, missing low. Hamilton walked and was left on back in the second inning. Festus jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Now you've got Hamilton requesting time, granted by the home plate umpire.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that out of Festus with as fast as Mayer's working.
You may see that moving forward in this game, Coach. Next pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Mayer didn't get that outside corner.
That could certainly be the adjustment that manager Zach Bone has made for the second half of this ball game for sure.
Next pitch skied high, and that's going to drift out of play over here toward us as it makes its way toward the parking lot. 2 balls and a strike on the Festus catcher, Isaac Hamilton. Mayer gets a new baseball as he waits for Molitor to flash the sign. Runner at first and 2 outs, 2-1 count. The pitch headed home. Breaking ball and a strike called in the inside corner. That was a beaut. Started inside, came in, got the inside edge. 2-2 on Hamilton. Pratt gets his lead off the bag at first, held on by Heckman. Next pitch, swing and a miss on the curve. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 8 in the game for Bryce Mayer. We go to the 5th, tied at 1 in Sedalia.
Hi, this is...
For a complete, we're still tied at 1. Leading up for Washington, as we head to the 10th, the pitcher, number 14, Bryce Hager.
Their season just a month away. Everybody looks forward to high school football, Friday night lights. Right now we're focusing on American Legion Baseball with Washington Post 218, trying to get to the regional in Hastings, Nebraska. Top two teams will advance. Mayer leading off, third plate appearance against Eisenman. Started to go in the breaking ball, held up, took a ball low and away. We're in the fifth inning of this game. It's 1-1. Washington with 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and Festus 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel going right now, Eisenman and Mayer, and they're facing off now with Mayer at the plate. Looks at a pitch upstairs. Eisenman missing with the fastball. 2-0. Mayer will be followed by Hunter and then Pepsel. Eisenman comes set, kicks, fires, and that one skips by the catcher. 3-0. You going to walk his Washington pitcher on 4 pitched balls here? Possibly.
It's certainly a possibility, John.
Eisenman has been going to the rosin bag quite a bit. He's working up a sweat out there. 3-0. 4-pitch walk. So Mayer aboard, coaxing a walk out of Eisenman.
John, I feel like this might be a special inning for Post 218 because we have a special listener right now in Colin Showing.
All right. Big hello to Colin.
Up in Moberly tonight, wishing Post 218 good luck.
Spencer Hunter at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a good changeup. He had Hunter way out in front of that one and had him reaching, so it's 0-1. Hunter struck out swinging in the third, and he lined into a double play back in the first. 0 for 2. Behind here, 0-1. Eisenman to the belt, steps off, a look toward first, but no throw. Mayer down, sliding back in. He's got a big lead over there at first base. We'll see if they want to do some running here. He's got good speed. He doesn't go here, and here's a sky-high pop-up behind third down the left field line. Tough play, and the ball is caught by the shortstop in fair ground by Christian Hancock. Did a good job playing that one, and Hunter is 0 for 3. That is the first out of the inning, and the batter will be Quentin Pepsel.
The first pitch to Hunter was that changeup, John. Was that the first changeup he's thrown tonight?
Yeah. That's the first time I've seen a Washington batter that far out in front. He was looking fastball all the way and got the first pitch change. So Pepsel comes on. To Eisenman's credit, he's worked pretty well on Hunter this evening. Here's a breaking ball, cut on and missed by Pepsel, strike 1. The winner of this game gets Sedalia at 1 tomorrow. The loser will get St. Genevieve at 4. Winner of this game will try to stay unbeaten and play at 1 o'clock tomorrow and advance on to the championship. The pitch coming home to Pepsel, taken for a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch from Eisenman. It's 0-2. About knee-high outside edge there. He is going to the rosin bag a lot.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen anyone use the rosin bag on the top of their hand.
I'm just trying to dry out the sweat rolling down his wrist. It's 0-2 on Pepsel. The pitch, breaking ball high and tight. Pepsel struck out looking back in the second, grounded out in the third. Washington with 3 hits in the game. Now we're seeing Eisenman go to the rosin bag almost every pitch. Peeks over the webbing of the glove as he gets the sign from Hamilton. To the belt and to the plate. Jammed him, popped up. Second baseman will have a play on this. Under it is Jordan Duncan, puts it away for the second out. And now it is going to be up to Joe Hackman, who's 0 for 2. A ground out, back to the pitcher, and a strikeout looking.
John, when was the last time Washington's 2, 3, 4 hitters were 0 for 8?
Not very often, Coach.
Maybe the first time all season.
Hackman will try to change that. Eisenman to Hackman. Breaking ball. Outside, ball 1. Tonight's action is brought to you in parts by the Bank of Washington. Serving the local community since 1877. For all your banking needs, visit one of their branch locations in and around Franklin County. The 1-0 is taken low by Hackman. 2 balls, no strikes.
You have that Bank of Washington advertisement memorized by now?
Yeah, I do. Like the back of my hand.
I mean, it was like it was nothing, folks. Just boom.
Right off the tongue. 2-0 on Joe Hackman. Eisenman gets the sign from Hamilton. The pitch. Fastball inside, in and out of the glove. Hamilton will fire to second. And the ball is caught by Duncan. Sliding under the tag is Mayer safely. He's in scoring position with a 3-0 count on Hackman.
John, I don't know if you could see it or not. That was a heck of a play by the second baseman to keep that ball in the infield.
If he doesn't make that catch, because the center fielder was slow to back it up. I mean, Mayer's over at third base if that ball gets by Duncan. So 3 balls, no strikes on Hackman. Eisenman stares in and gets the sign from Hamilton. And the right-hander will come to the belts and bring it home. Fastball in there for a strike. Hackman taken all the way. It's a 3-1 count. He'll look for something he can drive here and put Washington on top. It's a 1-1 game here in the 5th. 3-1 to Hackman. At the knees, full count. Borderline call. And Eisenman gets it that time from the home plate umpire. Full count on Hackman. Quite a battle here between Eisenman and Hackman. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He strikes out Hackman with the go-ahead run at second base. Washington strands 1. We played 4.5. 1-1 in Sedalia.
Raycom Security Incorporated, your locally owned and operated alarm company, in business for...
We're still tied at 1. Festus leads it off with the shortstop, number 34, Christian Hancock.
And his first pitch is a little bit high on the 9-hitter Christian Hancock, batting for the second time tonight. And he falls behind 1-0. Mayer's next, coming home. Fastball grounded foul outside of third, strike 1. 5th inning action, 1-1 ball game. Mayer with 74 pitches in this game now by my count. He struck out Hancock swinging back in the second inning. Hancock is 0 for 1. He'll be followed by Jacob Bridges, then Jordan Duncan. Next pitch, cut on and missed, strike 2. As Mayer fools him with the deuce. John Covington coached Dallas Stapp here at Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia. Next pitch, swing and a miss on the ball in the dirts. Gloved by Molitor, applies the tag to complete the strikeout.
John, we'll see what kind of adjustments that Festus makes the third time through the order.
Center fielder number 25, Jacob Bridges.
Tell you, the way Mayer's pitching, I just don't think if adjustments are going to do much for them.
He has certainly been on top of his game through the first 4 1/3.
Here's Bridges looking at a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Now Bridges jumped on Mayer early, singled in the first inning, and then came home on the single by Jordan Duncan. Next pitch upstairs, a ball and a strike. Those are the only 2 hits
Festus
that they
bats
have.
been awfully quiet since then.
1-1 score. 5th inning action, the 1-1 coming home. Bridges looks at it, a little bit low and outside, 2 balls and a strike.
And you'd really like to face Mr. Duncan with nobody on base.
The 2-1. Bridges looks at it high, 3 balls and a strike. He'll be swinging away here, looking for something he can drive toward the gap. 3-1 pitch coming home from Mayer. Swing and a fly ball to center. That's going to drop in front of the charging Weber. Weber will play it on 1 hop. It's a single for Bridges. He's 2 for 3. He sat on the Mayer fastball as he fell behind 3-1 there, and he was able to drive it to center field. So now Jordan Duncan will come on with the go-ahead run down at first base.
Looking fastball all the way, got one, got his timing, just a nice little hit.
3 hits in the game now for Festus, and Bridges has 2 of them.
Now batting for Festus, second baseman number 4, Jordan Duncan.
Jordan Duncan walked back in the 3rd, singled in Bridges back in the 1st. He's reached base twice. He's been left on twice. Mayer to Duncan. Outside corner, nice backdoor curve, and he jumps out in front, 0-1.
I don't think he was expecting a backdoor curve.
Mayer's next. There goes the runner off first base, pitches a ball, throw to second base, not in time. He got a good jump. Bridges swipes second. Molitor's throw bouncing in. It was late. Stolen base for Bridges. It's a 1-1 count on Duncan. Go-ahead run in scoring position. Duncan with a 1-1 count. Mayer will step off. Wants to rotate through the signs. 0-2 the count. The pitch was actually a strike called on Duncan. Took it and took a strike. I thought it was low. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Molitor. Now a 1-2 count. One and 2 on Jordan Duncan. Bridges down at second base with 1 away. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Duncan, one of the best hitters on the team. So there's 2 outs. That's a huge strikeout for Mayer. Got him with the breaking ball.
And just another really nice pitch by Mayer.
Levi Ebersold will bat now, the 3-hitter. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts looking. He has really struggled to get settled in here against Bryce Mayer. The pitch to Ebersold, swing and a miss. Fastball, blows it by him, 0-1. Martin on deck. Mayer to the belt and to the plate. A breaking ball, strike called. 0-2 on Ebersold. Ten strikeouts in the game now for Mayer. He's looking to strike out the side for the second time. He has Ebersold set up. The pitch, swing and a fly ball on the infield. Left side. Landwehr drops it and a run will score. Scoring from second base, Bridges on the air by McGuire Landwehr. He was under it. And as the ball made this descent, you could tell he was having trouble picking it up in the night sky. It ends up bouncing on the heel of the glove to the turf. Scoring is Bridges. Ebersold aboard, E5, Martin the batter. 2-1 Festus, the pitch, strike called. Well, Mayer has to put that behind him and keep pumping in strikes.
That's exactly right. That's all you can do, throw strikes. They'll make plays behind him.
0-1 on Martin. Mayer from the stretch, the pitch, breaking ball, over below. It's a 1-1 count. And Landwehr has to put it behind him as well. Just keep playing defense. 1-1 count, coming home. Strike called at the knees. Good pitch from Mayer to get out in front of the cleanup man, Eddie Martin. Runner first, 2 out. A run across. It's a 2-1 Festus lead. Mayer kicks and delivers. Outside, 2-2. Festus looking for more here as Martin is working on a 2-2 count. Leitner on deck. The 2-2 offering in the dirt, missing with the deuce. The count is full on Eddie Martin. American Legion Baseball on KLPW, brought to you in part by Katie Schonards, your Edward Jones advisor in Union. It's a full count on Martin. Mayer brings home the mail. Fastball outside.
I was just going to say, John, I think you may see Mahler go to the mound just to try to settle him down here. And now a visit from manager Mike Gardner to try to do the same thing, just to put that air behind him and move forward. Still got a lot of baseball left to play.
If anybody can come back, it's Washington. We've seen him do it against good teams like Jefferson City.
Many times.
So the entire infield will gather on the mound here with manager Mike Gardner talking it over. 2-1 Festus on top. Here we're in the 5th inning of this ball game here with Bryce Mayer and Eisenman, the two pitchers. It's been quite a battle here in this first round game of the state tournament in Sedalia. I'm glad you're with us, making us a part of your Thursday night, first day of August. Certainly does not feel like August. Game time temp in the 70s, low 70s. And a pleasant weekend on tap for us here from Sedalia. So they break up the conference, and Mayer will go back to work as Molitor will take up position behind the plate. The batter is going to be Jake Leitner, who's hit the ball hard a couple of times. He grounded out to second back in the first and grounded back to the pitcher on a hard hit one hopper back in the 4th. So it's Leitner versus Mayer, 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Swinging a sky-high pop-up foul ground, and Landwehr will watch that one sail out of play. Strike one on Leitner. A number of folks from Washington making the drive in for the weekend to Sedalia.
They're all here for the train.
Well, who doesn't want to ride the choo-choo? If Washington does make it to Saturday, you can count on several, I would imagine, several more people being in here for the championship game, potentially. Leitner behind 0-1. Mayer comes to the belt and to the plate. And that one is called a little bit low. 1-1 count on Jake Leitner. Good looking pitch.
Yeah.
Righty on lefty here. Leitner waits. Mayer kicks and fires. And that ball's hit down the line and left, slicing toward the corner. Foul. In play but out of reach. 2 strikes on Leitner now. Leitner, Jake Leitner. Behind in the count, facing Bryce Mayer with a 1-2 count. Leitner's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit. It would be a big one if he can put one in and plate that second run of the inning, giving them a 2-run lead. The pitch. Swinging a foul, just did get a piece of it to stay alive. May have gotten a piece of Molitor's mask as well. He's all right. New baseball for Mayer. Home plate umpire just gave Molitor a tap on the shoulder, just making sure he was okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jake Leitner. Mayer coming set from the stretch. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit toward the shortstop. Stallman gathers it in. Long throw across in time. Inning over. 1 run on 1 hit. 1 error, 2 left on. We've played 5. 2-1. Festus on top. This is KLPW. FM 92.7, AM 1220 on the web, klpw.com.
leading off for Washington as we head to the 6th. Shortstop 18, Brandon Stallman.
Sixth inning. Eisenman will work on Stallman. First pitch is grounded to shortstop. Gathering it in and making a strong throw across in time is Christian Hancock. 6-3 to retire Stallman. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch. And now it'll be McGuire Landwehr. You know what he's thinking about, don't you? Let's make up for what I did last inning. It was that dropped pop-up that allowed the go-ahead run to score. A chance of redemption now for McGuire Landwehr facing Jeremy Eisenman. The tall right-hander takes a deep breath, pitches. Fastball right down the middle.
McGuire will be playing college baseball this coming school year at Harris Stowe, John.
His dad is a big baseball man, scout. He's been around the globe looking for talent. Here's the next pitch. That one's upstairs on Landwehr, and the count is 1-1. Baseball runs in the Landwehr family, certainly. It's a 1-1 count on McGuire. He bats here with nobody on and 1 out. Eisenman will step off, lick his fingers, and go to the rosin bag. 2-1 Festus here in the 6th. Tough battle here between these two good teams, two of the best Legion baseball teams in the state. Doing battle in the first round. Eisenman to Landwehr. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Landwehr was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd and left on, and he also struck out swinging in the 4th. 2 balls and a strike on Landwehr. Will be followed by Molitor. The pitch at the knees. Good fastball. Just straight heat. Pumped in there by Eisenman. 2-2. Infield straight away. Outfield, the same. Eisenman to Landwehr with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. Little extra on the heat there from Eisenman. He reared back. And we've seen him do that on occasion tonight, an overthrow and miss up high, but that time right down the middle. Now it's going to be Adam Molitor coming on. Bases empty, 2 outs. Washington catcher could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Molitor cocks the bat back and waits for the first pitch from Eisenman. Here it is. That's taken for a ball outside, 1-0. Third plate appearance for Molitor. He's been walked twice tonight, with plate appearances in the 2nd and 4th. He'll take one here any way he can get on. Eisenman gets the sign from Hamilton. Takes a breath, kicks, pitches. Swinging a foul. Fastball just a little bit under it. New baseball for the pitcher. 1-1 counts on Molitor. Weber on deck.
Johnny, just get that feeling that Washington's searching for that positive thing to happen right here to get their confidence back.
Get their mojo on. It could happen right here with 1 swing. The 1-1. From Eisenman coming home. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2. Eisenman walks to the back of the hill, looks around the infield. Some words of confidence coming from his second baseman, Jordan Duncan, with a fist pump. Now Molitor has to guard the plate. 1-2. Will he come in with another breaking ball here or go back to the fastball? The pitch. Fastball. Low and away. Tell you what, the Festus bench, they are hinging on every single pitch.
They really wanted that one, John.
2-2.
And it was close.
And it was borderline. Definitely at the knees. Just a little bit outside. So Molitor has some new life as he cocks the bat back, waits for the 2-2 offering from Eisenman, and here it comes. Swinging a ground ball hit toward the shortstop. Charging is Hancock. Boots it. Heavily in air. And Molitor is aboard. That might be the life
Maybe
they need.
That's what they're looking for, John. Just that little glimmer of hope.
One error apiece in the game now, and the batter will be Weber.
John, you can see that one coming. He took an awfully weird route to get to that ball.
I think we may have reached a limit on pitches for Eisenman here. You know, I was wondering how he would do pitching around a mistake, because he hasn't been faced with that all game. His defense has been playing pretty solid behind him. It doesn't look like he's going to get that opportunity, though, as Zach Bone comes out of the dugout.
I've got him at 102.
Okay.
Unofficially.
Pretty good pitching performance by Eisenman tonight.
For sure. I believe he's at 102, and I think Bryce Mayer's at 99.
Well, he hasn't taken the ball from him yet.
No, and this is an awfully long mound visit by Coach Bone.
I think they might leave him in. Eisenman still is holding the rosin bag, so I don't think he's hit his limit on pitches. He's going to leave him in. I think he just gave him maybe the heads up on how many pitches he had left. So he'll let him stay in and work this to Levi Weber, the 9-hitter. Any way we look at it, I think this is going to be it. This will be the inning for Eisenman. He'll give way to a relief pitcher in the next inning. They're hoping that he can get Weber out and preserve the 2-1 lead. But an error has opened the door. Molitor at first, Weber at the plate, 2 outs. Eisenman, the pitch, swinging a pop foul out of play. Healthy rip by Levi Weber, who was hit by a pitch back in the 4th and struck out looking in the 2nd. He's behind here, 0-1. Eisenman stares in for the sign from Hamilton. Weber is ready. Eisenman looks over his left shoulder toward the bag at first as Molitor gets his lead. Now the timeout requested by Weber and granted by the home plate umpire. Eisenman going back to the rosin bag once again. Peeks over the webbing of the glove as he gets the sign from Hamilton. Weber is ready. Eisenman pitches. By the catcher back to the screen, tying run in scoring position as Molitor takes second on the pass ball. That really looked like Hamilton was crossed up there. And he just, it was about belt high, but it's almost like he didn't expect that ball to end up where it was.
His glove went one way and the ball went the other.
1-1 count. Weber, a chance to tie it up. The pitch, over but low, 2 balls and a strike. The error has opened the door. Molitor in scoring position at second base. It's a 2-1 count on Levi Weber. Weber waits. The pitch popped out of play. 2-2. Eisenman determined. Look on his face as he takes a new baseball from the catcher. As he walked halfway to home plate, he may have stared at Weber a little bit there as he circles the mound and now reaches for the rosin bag and will go to work here as he came in with the fastball on that last pitch and got Weber to foul it out of play, third base side. 2-2 the count. Eisenman to the belt. A look to second, the pitch. Strike 3 called. He gets Weber looking on a ball on the inside corner at the knees. They strand a runner at second base. 2-1 Festus. Middle of the 6th inning here in Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Phil Ludd.
Leading off for Festus. Third baseman, number 9, Charlie Pratt.
And leading off Charlie Pratt for Festus. He falls behind 0-1, fouling off the first pitch from Mayer back to the screen. Next pitch is headed home. In on the hands, foul first base side, 0-2.
John, I think that may have got a part of Bolliger's hand.
Pratt, Wilkinson, Hamilton. The 6, 7, 8 hitters for Festus. They lead 2-1 over Washington here. I believe Mayer came into this inning with 99 pitches.
That's what I've got him for, John.
And I've got Eisenman now at 107.
That's what I've got as well.
The 0-2. Strike 3 call. That was a humdinger on the breaking ball to get Pratt looking. Backwards K, another one for Mayer. And there's one out.
Number 22, Connor Wilkinson.
That's 11 strikeouts for Mayer. Connor Wilkinson comes on now. Bases empty, one out. The pitch. Taken outside, 1-0. Mayer above 100 pitches now for this game. He turns and fires. Swing and a miss and a ball down and in. 1-1 count. I'm curious who Coach Bone will go to close out the 7th inning. Next pitch, swing and a miss on a ball upstairs, and it's 1-2 on Wilkinson, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
He's got a lot of options for guys he could put in there.
Mayer's next, strike 3 called. He rings up Wilkinson. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 12 in the game. Mayer's had a sensational night on the bump. Mike Gardner comes out, talks with the home plate umpire here. Due up is Isaac Hamilton, the Festus catcher. They have a timeout as Coach Gardner will come out and take the ball from Bryce Mayer, who has pitched a sensational game for post 218. Mayer will flip the ball to Nick Helfrich. And he gets a well-deserved hand from the Washington fans here. Bryce Mayer.
Awfully efficient tonight, John.
No doubt about it. Just pounded the strike zone all night long. And he will take over at shortstop. That's his normal position when he isn't pitching. So Bryce will go to short, and Stallman will take over at third, replacing Landwehr, who is now out of the game. Helfrich takes his warm-ups. This is the Purcell Tire call to the pin. Brought to you by Purcell Tire and Service Center in downtown Washington. Any sport, any season, any vehicle. Purcell Tire and Service Center is there for you. That's where Coach Stapp takes his vehicle when it's in repair, needs repair.
It actually is.
That's where I take my vehicle when I need a new set of tires or vehicle repair. That's Purcell Tire and Service Center, downtown Washington. This is KLPW, FM 92.7, AM 1220, on the web, klpw.com.
Some people think the daily moves of the market make stress inevitable when it comes to investing, but it doesn't have to be this way. Hi, I'm Katie Schonartz, your Union Area Edward Jones financial advisor. One stress reducer is to have a plan and stick with it during the market ups and downs. Here's another. Periodically rebalance your investments to align with your needs and risk comfort, and have a good financial advisor to sit down and talk to. Contact me, Katie Schonartz, at 636-583-9188. Keeping your investment.
Pitching change for Washington downhill. Coverage, Nick Helfrich. The next hitter for Festus, The catcher, number 6, Isaac Hamilton.
And 2 outs, and Isaac Hamilton will be the batter. First one that Helfrich will face for Washington. 2-1 Festus on top. We're in the 6th rather. Home half of the frame. Pitch is taken for a strike from Helfrich as he jumps out in front. He gives away. Mayer now at shortstop. Next pitch coming home. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-2 on Hamilton. Washington's offense needs to get Mayer off the hook. Next pitch coming home. High and wide. 1-2.
It would certainly be a shame to waste a pitching performance like this.
This is what they call a tough luck loss if it ends up standing right where it is here. The 1-2 offering from Helfrich. That one's taken low and away. 2-2 the count on Hamilton with Hancock on deck. 2-1 Festus with the lead. Helfrich winds, turns, kicks, pitches. Swinging a rip down the left field line. Hooking foul and out of play. Wow. He got all of that one.
I think that's what you call sitting dead red and getting what you were looking for.
He definitely was. He got the pitch he was looking for as he turned on it. Maybe a little out in front of the Helfrich curve. So 2-2 is where the count stands. Hamilton digs in. Helfrich kicks and fires. Fastball misses low and away. Full count. Payoff pitch, headed home. Low. 2-out walk. And Christian Hancock will come on now with a chance to increase the Festus lead. He struggled against Mayer with 2 strikeouts. Mayer finishing with a dozen strikeouts in the game.
It's a nice night.
Hancock cocks the bat back and waits for the first offering from Helfrich. Here it is. There's a pitch at the knees, strike 1. He appeared at the plate back in the 2nd and 5th, struck out swinging both at bats. Helfrich gets the sign from the stretch. He pitches. Here's one at the knees. 0-2 on Hancock. Mayer and Helfrich trying to combine the strike out the side. 2-out walk issued to Hamilton. He gets his lead. Next pitch taken for a ball. Didn't get the call on a borderline pitch. Just a little bit low, evidently. So Helfrich with a 1-2 count. Shakes it off. Looks over his shoulder. Now comes set. Kicks, pitches, and misses low and away. 2-2 on the 9-hitter Hancock.
Washington dugout really wanted that pitch, John. I think the umpire's been pretty fair tonight.
I think he's been pretty consistent. Back to the top of the order if Hancock gets on. Next pitch, ring him up. He's caught looking. So Mayer and Helfrich combined to strike out the side. We go to the 7th, 2-1, Festus on top.
Hello, my name is Bill Shook, and I am the co-owner of Easy Care Security and Satellite Systems.
Festus 2, Washington 1. Defensive change for Festus. Enter the ball game now pitching. Check that. He moves in from second base now pitching. Number 4, Jordan Duncan. Eddie Martin will now be playing second base. Leading off for Washington as we head to the 7th inning. Second baseman, number 23, Jack Shashini.
And face the likes of Jack Shasheen, Bryce Mayer, and Spencer Hunter right off the bat to try to save this one for Eisenman. 2-1 Festus on top, 7th inning. The pitch, breaking ball, low and away, ball 1. As Duncan misses to Shasheen, he falls behind 1-0. Holds the glove out front, winds, turns, kicks, and misses. 2 balls and no strikes to Shasheen. Duncan holds the glove out front, steps back, crosses over, kicks, pitches, misses inside. He's in danger of walking Shasheen on 4 pitches. Much quicker worker than Eisenman was, certainly. Duncan with the 3-0. High and tight, 4-pitch walk. The tying run is aboard. And the batter will be Bryce Mayer.
I don't think that's what Coach Boone was looking for.
So Mayer, who walked back in the 5th against Eisenman, will bat here. He is hitless on the night with a pair of pop-outs and a walk. Reaching base once in 3 plate appearances, 1 on and nobody out. The pitch upstairs, that's 5 out of the strike zone from Duncan. And here comes Coach Bone. Zach Bone will come out and try to settle Duncan down. No, it's tough situation. You're coming here and you know you're facing the top of the order first off. You only have a 1-run lead. You know, the pitching staff just gave him all kinds of momentum, striking out the side in the Festus half of the 6th inning. That can give your offense a lift big time. And now you've got Mayer, who had 2 of those strikeouts at the plate with a chance to deliver and possibly put Washington in the lead.
And I didn't see him warming up while they were batting, so I assume he got 8 warm-ups and got a pitch.
Probably it. He's thrown 5 out of the zone, and he's behind Mayer 1-0. Duncan high set, the pitch. He squares to bunt, takes the ball up and in, 2-0. 6 straight out of the zone now for Duncan. 28 2/3 innings pitched on the year for Duncan with a 3-2 record. The pitch. There's a strike. He needed that one to get some confidence and some mojo back as he takes a look toward the Washington dugout. It's a 2-1 count on Mayer. He was taking there. Taken until he threw a strike, and now he's got one. It's a 2-1 count. Check on the runner over at first. Shasheen back. High throw over there.
I think you'll likely see a different mindset out of Duncan after getting that first pitch over the strike zone.
I agree. High set as Duncan delivers the 2-1. Breaking ball hit, foul out outside of third, and the count is 2-2.
Open stance here by Mayer John. You hardly ever see kids anymore with a closed stance.
Back in my day, that's all we did, you know. It was the exception to the rule to have an open stance, but everybody does it anymore, don't they?
Yeah, you rarely see a closed stance.
The 2-2, breaking ball, and that is called a ball. Duncan wanted it, and I think he's got a legitimate gripe as far as asking where it was, and now you got a full count on Bryce Mayer. He'll probably come in with the fastball here. Mayer might be sitting on it. Duncan high set. Shasheen gets his lead. The pitch, fastball, foul off the bat, third base side, chopping it next to the Washington dugout. New baseball for Duncan. Duncan working on Bryce Mayer. Shasheen at first base, drawing the leadoff walk. The payoff pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center. In comes the center fielder on the run. Can't get there. Single for Mayer. Bridges plays it back in. First 2 have reached. A walk and a single, and Spencer Hunter will be the batter. Tying run down to second base. Hunter followed by Stallman, or pardon me, by Pepsel.
Well, John, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the inning.
Hunter waits the pitch. Fastball taken outside. Ball 1. Hunter could change.
A little elusive all of a sudden.
A little bit. Hunter could change this game with one swing of the bat. Duncan will step off. You got Shasheen at second with good wheels. Mayer at first. And out from behind the plate will come Hamilton. Hunter at the plate, and he struggled tonight against Eisenman, lining into a double play back in the first, striking out swinging in the third and popping out to the third baseman in the fifth. Bats here with a 1-0 count, tying run at second base, go-ahead run at first, and Duncan comes set. The pitch. Chopper, first base side. They'll get one out of this. Pitcher's covering. Out at first, 3-1. Everyone else moves up 90 feet. Shasheen over to third. Mayer down to second with one out, and Pepsel will be the batter. That's as good as a sacrifice.
Works the same in the end.
Now batting, left fielder number 16, Pepsel.
Ball took a tricky hop on the first baseman, too. It almost squirted down the line.
Ebersold, yeah, kind of played it on that weird hop and then underhanded over to Duncan covering. 3-1 to retire Hunter. Pepsel at the plate. Chance to put him on top. The pitch. Breaking ball. Strike called. 0-1. If you're Duncan, the strikeout would be ideal here, or a pop out. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Pepsel with Joe Hackman on deck.
You're certainly looking for anything but a ground ball.
Infield's playing deep up the middle. The pitch. Strike 3 called. He got Pepsel looking. He came in with a fastball and he froze him, and there's 2 outs. That's a good job of working a hitter right there for Duncan. Fastball, curve, fastball.
Johnny made a really good point with how deep the infield is. There's no way they're making that play at home if he just puts it on the ground there.
No way. Well, now they're playing deep because
2
ground ball
outs,
probably the
straight up
third out,
yeah.
right? I mean, they're deep all the way around. They're deep in the outfield, too. So Hackman has a chance. He has struck out twice and grounded back to the pitcher. Duncan to Hackman. Breaking ball. In there for a strike, 0-1. And that first pitch strike is oh so important. 2-1 Festus. Runners at second and third. 2 outs here in the Washington 7th. The pitch. Swinging a foul. A little late on the fastball. It's 0-2 on Hackman. And Washington down to their last strike. Looks like Duncan might want a new baseball. He got a new one, then he doesn't like the one he was given, so the home plate umpire will give him another. Hamilton will wipe it off and then walk out to his pitcher and hand it to him.
Didn't want to take any chances.
I guess not. Hamilton to Duncan. Duncan seems to like that one, so he'll climb the side of the hill and work on Hackman. It's a 0-2 count. Hackman has to guard the plate. The pitch. Fastball upstairs. Able to lay off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good waste pitch.
Nice, I agree completely. I mean, anything but a strike in that situation, right? To try to get the batter to chase.
If he puts the aluminum on it, it's going to be a pop-up and probably in the game.
The 1-2. Fastball upstairs again. Hackman lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Biggest pitch of the at-bat right here now for Duncan. The 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Game over. Festus 2, Washington 1. Post-game coming up.
One day they're playing grown-up, the next day they are one. And as time goes by, the cost of college continues to rise. You know that college is important, but that expense may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. Phil Leathers, your local Edward Jones financial advisor, can share strategies to help tackle growing college expenses. Stop by the office at 3 Lafayette Street in downtown Washington for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Understall Tire in Washington is a proud installer of Jasper engines and transmissions. With their 3-year, 100,000-mile warranties, Understall Tire is your premier choice for new and used tires and auto repair. They specialize in wheel alignments, brake service, AC repair, tune-ups, suspension, shocks, struts, state inspections, and more. Call Tom or Keith at 636-239-5494 today.
With Bank of Franklin County, check balances, transfer funds, deposit checks, wherever you are. Nice to know there's banking for your life on the go. That's Bank of Franklin County, member FDIC, equal housing lender. With Bank of Franklin County, the home with the bigger backyard, the car you've had your eye on, the shop you always wanted to open. We'll be there every step of the way. Nice to know there's a lender you can count on. Bank of Franklin County, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You don't think it'll happen to you twice. First, it was a fire. My agent was right there and helped me rebuild. Then the tornado destroyed everything, again. Both times,
Back with manager Mike Gardner following a tough 2-1 loss to a very good Festus team. And Coach, this was a battle, quite a pitcher's duel between two very good pitchers. Bryce Mayer was just lights out tonight first off.
Yeah, he really was. It's kind of tough that he was that good and we didn't win the game. So we just got to figure out a better way to score some runs. Really, we just didn't take many good at bats with runners on base at all.
It was a situation where you left 10 men on base, and I guess you look back on the game and that situation where you had the bases loaded, and that came in the fourth inning. It was really an opportunity right there.
Yeah, we have been all year getting runners in scoring position, coming through with a hit. At least put the ball in play. We didn't even really put the ball in play very much tonight with runners in scoring position, and that makes it kind of easy on the other team defensively. But you also got to give their pitcher credit. He made pitches when he needed to.
It was a pitcher's duel. Two contrasting styles. You had Mayer, who was all business out there, takes very little time between pitches, just goes out and does his work and is very good. Eisenman took probably twice as much time between pitches, and then I know you were trying to get in his head a little bit with the timeouts, and I think early in the game it did work a little bit.
Yeah, well, he was taking way too much time, but really the umpire probably should have stepped in and said, "Hey, let's play ball." But yeah, you just can't let the pitcher stand there for 30 seconds. You need to call time.
Well, to his credit, Eisenman's credit, he did pump in some strikes, and he threw pretty hard out there too.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of part of his strategy. Anytime we got runners on base, he just slowed everything down even more.
Well, it's then you had the drop by Landwehr at third. He's a much better player than that. He makes great plays and has been doing it all season long, and it looks like he just lost it in the night sky, and the ball was coming down. You could tell he was having a little bit of difficulty picking it up.
Yeah, it's he's probably one of our best defensive players, and for that to happen, this time of year to the kid, it's I really feel bad for him. It's a tough way to lose a ball game.
It is, and everybody in the stadium probably felt bad for him. I know we did, because he's a tremendous baseball player. My gosh, he's been making plays at third base all season long, all summer.
Yeah, he has, and the last couple of weeks he's been great for us. He hit 400 in zone. He's just really stepped up his game, and yeah, it's really unfortunate for that to happen to him.
I know he's the type of player that probably will have no trouble putting that behind him, come out tomorrow and have a good game.
Yeah, we all have to. He's not the only one that has to come out and have a better game. So we have to put it behind us. We have to move forward, and we have to play, just better baseball tomorrow.
Now, what do you say to Bryce after a situation like this where he pitched such a good game and had 12 strikeouts?
Well, unfortunately, that's baseball. He could have thrown a no-hitter and lost the game. I've seen that happen before. Actually, we've had a no-hitter thrown against us last year, and we won a game. So, it can happen. It's unfortunate. He did his job, and that's all the pitcher can do. He can go out and do his job and do the best he can, and, he can't really, expect any more than that.
St. Genevieve lost to Sedalia earlier today, 5-4. Sedalia came back and got them. This is a pretty good Final Four, I'd say. Sedalia has the home field advantage. They seem to be playing good ball. They've got the crowd behind them a little bit, and you have three other good teams right here with them.
Yeah, a couple one-run games today. So kind of thought anybody could win this tournament coming into it, and it sure looks that way.
Now, after a game like this, what do you do to prepare the guys for St. Genevieve tomorrow afternoon?
Well, like you said, we really have to forget about it. We have to regroup. Just erase it from your memory bank and come out tomorrow, and it's a new day. It's easy to say, it's hard to do. So hopefully our kids will bounce back. We have before, we did last weekend. So we got to kind of treat it like we did last weekend.
And who will you pitch tomorrow, or do you have you want to think about it some more?
We'll probably go with Joe Hackman.
Joe Hackman, and he's been rock solid all season.
Yeah. Yep. So Joe, and then Nick didn't throw many pitches, so he can still pitch too, and we got Brandon. So got to win one game tomorrow, and then win another game. So that's the idea. We just got to take it one pitch at a time. I preach it all the time, but it's so true, and you got to forget about it. You got to have a really sharp memory. So hopefully we can forget and come out and play tomorrow.
Top two in the state go to the regional in Hastings, Nebraska. So you win two tomorrow, you're in the regional.
Yeah, I think originally we didn't want to think that way, but I think now I wouldn't say it to anybody, but we want to win the tournament, but we can't do that if we don't win two games tomorrow. So that's the most important thing, and then that way, like you said, that secures a spot to move on.
All right, see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Mike Gardner. We'll wrap it up after this.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive. Coaches. Washington American Legion Baseball on KLPW. For all your investment needs, call 636-239-5487 or stop by the office at number 3 Lafayette Street, downtown Washington. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Introducing RCS Carpet Cleaning, Franklin County's best local commercial and residential carpet cleaning specialists. Certified carpet cleaning, pet stain and odor removal, low moisture and fast drying steam cleaning, tile and grout cleaning and sealing. Call RCS Carpet Cleaning at 636-584-1559. Find them on Facebook or go to realcleanstuff.com. That's RCS Carpet Cleaning. Mention this ad and get the 2 rooms for $99 special. Call today.
Back at Day Field, Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia, Washington falls to a good Festus team, 2-1. Line score for Festus, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 7 men left on. And for Washington Post 218, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 10 men left on base. Bryce Mayer suffered the tough luck loss. The winning pitcher was Jeremy Eisenman, and Jordan Duncan ends up getting the save. 2 hours and 20 minutes of baseball here this evening. For Bryce, it was just one of those situations, and like manager Mike Gardner said, that's baseball. Sometimes you just go out and pitch a gem like that, you strike out a dozen, you only give up 3 hits, and you end up suffering the tough luck loss.
Like we said before the game, everybody here has good pitching. Everybody here has good hitting. Festus is pitcher. I don't know that he was any better than Bryce was tonight. I think they were both equally pretty good. It just came down to one miscue here and there, and that was the difference in the game.
Certainly contrasting styles, no doubt about that. Eisenman took about 30 seconds between pitches at times, and he ends up getting the win. And Festus advances in the winner's bracket. So Washington will play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against St. Genevieve. St. Genevieve lost earlier today to Sedalia 5-4. So it'll be Sedalia and Festus at 1. And then Washington will play St. Genevieve at 4 in an elimination game. And then the winner of that game will then face the loser of the game between Festus and Sedalia at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be here with Washington throughout. Next broadcast tomorrow at 4. Washington drops to 34-6. Festus improves to 31-9. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 7 left on for Festus. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 10 men left on for Washington. Jeremy Eisenman the winner, Jordan Duncan the save. Bryce Mayer suffers the loss. And that's going to wrap things up for us from Liberty Park Stadium in Sedalia. For Coach Dallas Staff, this is John Covington saying good night from Sedalia. Stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your evening.
American Legion Baseball from the state tournament is brought to you by First State Community Bank, Caldwell Banker Premier Group, State Farm Insurance Agent Jim Feary, the Bank of Franklin County, Unnerstall Tire and Auto Center, Schrader Insurance, Katie Schonartz with Edward Jones, Janie Schriever, Remax Gold First, the Bank of Washington, Aldo's Italian Restaurant, RCS Carpet Cleaning, B&J Printing, Easy Care Security and Satellite, Phil Leathers with Edward Jones, Williams Brothers Meat Market, Raycom Security, and Reekers Tire and Auto.